Hey everyone, today we are taking a look at the Ninja Flex Reg, which is this. And this is a super interesting regulator for an air tank, and it just has like a bunch of neat features, like a bunch of really cool stuff about it. In no particular order, I'm gonna point out the fact that it's got not one, but two gauges. So one of them is obviously gonna be the tank pressure, whatever capacity is left in your tank. And then this right here shows your output pressure. And the reason for that is because this reg, you can actually adjust the output pressure on the fly, which is crazy. Most regs, if you want to change the output pressure, you either have to add or remove shims or like swap out one spring for another spring. You basically have to like take it apart and then do some fiddling and then put it back together. This, you don't have to do that. So what you have here is this little collar thing right here. And this can actually be twisted, as you can see, in order to actually adjust your output pressure. It is adjustable between 300 and 900 PSI. And when the tank is not pressurized, you can just do it just like this. Like you can literally just do it with your fingers. When the tank is pressurized and there's actually air in it, you can't do it with your fingers anymore, which is probably for the best because you don't want to do it by accident. But it does actually come with this little like wrench tool that you would essentially just latch it on like that, and then you can still adjust it while it's pressurized. So that's neat, comes with a tool to do that. Once you've got it set, once you've got it adjusted to where you want it to be, then you're gonna take this little like sleeve thinger and slide it right on top of that. And what this sleeve does is basically two things. One, it makes sure that like dirt and crud don't get into the threads of the adjustable part, which would be bad. You wouldn't want to get a bunch of crud in there. And two, it just stops you from being able to adjust it like while it's attached to your marker in a game. It's like a tournament lock, basically. It just means that you can't mess with your output pressure on the field. You'd have to take this off in order to do that. So, you know, that's nice. But yeah, super, super nice reg. It is adjustable. I'm gonna take this off again, but all of this stuff here is adjustable. So if you want to adjust like where your fill nipple and where your gauges are when you screw it into the gun, you can do that. Yeah, it's just got like every feature you could ever want in a regulator. It's like super fancy, super nice. That being said, it's not necessary for everyone. Not everyone needs this, to be perfectly honest. In fact, most people probably don't need this, but some people are really gonna like this. They're really gonna like it a lot. Specifically, if you own a bunch of different markers and they all take like drastically different output pressures, or they run on different output pressures, rather than having to buy like a regulator for each marker, you could just have one regulator that you can adjust and change on the fly, which is cool. Best example off the top of my head would be if you own a T15, you need an output pressure of like 850 to 900. But if you also own an EMF 100, that has a much lower operating pressure. Yes, you can run it at 850, 900, but it's not going to be anywhere near as air efficient as it could be if you're doing that. So if you have a reg like this, and that means you can adjust it for whichever marker you're using it on, and you're always going to get the best performance. So super neat, super cool. I like it. I like everything about it. It's, you know, it's not the shortest reg in the world. It is quite long, as you can see, and it's not the cheapest reg in the world, but it's really nice. It's got like all these great features. I love that it's actually got a gauge for the output pressure. You don't need a separate like pressure gauge or pressure tester to know what it's outputting at. It just tells you. So yeah, I just think it's cool. I just think it's got a lot of great features, and like I said, not for everybody, but some people are going to be really excited about this. I can tell you that. But yeah, what do you guys think? Are you excited about this? Those of you that like would use this, like, are you stoked? Do you want to pick one of these up, or do you just get by with having like multiple tanks, just one dedicated tank for each marker? Let us know in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching.